to Talking with Tom and Jim. Tom Goldrup, Jim Goldrup. That way, Tom and Jim. They are actors and writers and traveled the world. They're film historians. They've written 4 books on the golden age of Hollywood. And today we're here. I'm your host, Jeff Greenwald. Next to me is actor and comedian Daniel Dye, who has decided to play his favorite game once more with Tom and Jim. Oh, look at the time. So I will leave this to Mr. Dye to explain, and we will continue rolling since last time on this grand adventure of Dan's.
Yes, we're bringing back everyone's favorite game, Tom and Jim's Random Game of Random. Now, I didn't adjust the board since last time, so we still have all of our previous not used prompts ready for us. And these are prompts, not questions, Jeff.
Okay.
Okay.
What's that?
I will pick the old Beatle one. Number 9.
Nice.
Number 9.
Number 9. I should have used that in some way. So for everyone that hasn't seen this before, what we're doing is I've put at one of our best conversations I think we had was just a random question about what someone was drinking. And so this game is all about doing random prompts. And I think we should do points on who can have a story for each of these prompts. So number 9 is...
We're not doing points.
We're not doing points. Jeff says we're not doing points, but I'm imagining a little point, ding, every time someone gets a point. Okay, so number 9 is, they didn't say I couldn't. So what's a point in time where you did something that they didn't say you couldn't do it?
There's one comes to my mind, but I'm not going to say it on it. I couldn't do it. I don't know. They didn't tell me I'm going to say something. They didn't tell me I couldn't do it, even though I got in trouble for doing it. Jeff knows about this situation. My first day in Ukraine, I was in the Ukraine police station. And after a long flight, you're tired when you get there. I don't have a hotel to go to because I have a train ticket later on that night, and it's only like 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 12 or noon or something. So I have all day to wait to get on a train. And I have a backpack and everything, and I go walking around outside for a while, but it's hot, humid, kind of humid, hot. I got tired of that because I didn't know where to go really. So I came back to the train station and
train
looked for a place to sit. The train station in Key. All the benches were filled up. All the little spots where you can buy an ice cream or something and sit down were filled up. And I saw some people sitting next to the wall. And so they didn't say I couldn't do it. I sat down there too, next to the wall. And this guy comes by. He's a policeman with a baton. He's poking me. No, get up. You can't sit there. So I stood up and can't sit there. And I look around and see all these other people sitting there, but he didn't bother them. So anyway, so I have to start walking around again. And finally, there was a place where I could sit down on a bench. I sat down on the bench. He comes walking over to me again. Same guy. Belay, which is French for ticket. And so he wanted to make sure I had a ticket, or he wanted to kick me out of the train station. So I showed him the ticket, and he seemed to be disappointed I actually had a ticket. And he walked off, and he kept staring at me for the rest of the time. But so anyway, nobody told me I couldn't sit down next to the wall where other people were sitting, and I did it. And I got in trouble.
I did it.
So Tom, you got me. You threw me, and you didn't mean to. You said police station the first time, and I was sitting here going, I don't remember you going into the...
Oh, no, It wasn't a police station. It was a train station.
Yeah. I was like...
I'm not going to go sit down on the wall. Yeah, not the police. No, not unless I was looking for...
Jim, can you have a moment to think? So...
No, I'm trying to think of...
Okay. Tom, I just wanted to give you billet is Russian for ticket.
Oh, it's Russian for ticket too? Okay. I won't say that in Ukraine anymore.
Yeah.
Well, also a lot of other languages for ticket. But you said French, which is probably true. I don't know. Dan would know.
I think it's French. I think it's French too. Yeah.
What did you
But
say?
but
It sounded right, but
billet is Russian for ticket as well. So sorry.
You're stumped.
No, I'm
I'm
stumped.
stumped. Okay, Jim, pick another number if you're stumped.
Jim has always had. They've always told Jim he could do it. They're like, "Yep, you can do it,
You
Jim.
can pick another number.
You can, they didn't say I couldn't."
I'm sure there's something like you can't do something, and I did it. But,
What number do you want?
Number 3 for the Three Musketeers.
The Three Musketeers and the Three Amigos. Why did I buy that? It is a
Why did
question.
I buy that?
Why did I buy that? What's something that you bought or someone else bought? It doesn't even have to be you. Just a story about a time when something was bought and you're like, why did I buy that?
Well,
I know Jeff has a response.
I know that there's been movies I bought that. Why did I ever buy that thing for?
like Captain Calamity?
Yeah, like I'm the one that bought that.
I was at Disneyland and I was leaving the park after buying this giant canvas painting of Tinkerbell and actually said I hadn't even made it out of the park and said, why did I buy that? It was actually as soon as I spoke, why did I buy that? And then it resided at Dan's house for years because I didn't want it.
As a matter of fact, I think it still might be here.
Why did I buy that? It might be here. I don't know. Why did I buy that?
Didn't you also buy an entire season of a show once and it just showed up at your house?
I bought an entire the entire series of Perry Mason
yeah.
on DVD, and I did that in my sleep. So that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
I honestly did that in my sleep. I've told that before, but I've done that in my sleep, and it showed up at my house, and I was very confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
I'm going to accept that I get a point if I stump both of them. So, Jeff, after all of this is
no
done...
points. There's no points. I'm being told there's no points. There's no points.
I'm going to talk to Matthew about this.
He's like, let me tick down who's going to get the blame for this. Yeah. There's no points. Anyway.
Oh, I think Tom might be on the verge of something.
I don't know. Why did I buy that? I don't know. Oh, this is not really. It's too. Why did I buy that? I know why I bought it, but why did I buy a ticket to Greece where I was going to spend a month there in Greece, and then get the feeling I shouldn't go, and it was not refundable. Why I shouldn't go, and I didn't like that feeling, so I was still going to do it. And I thought, why should I go? And my sister-in-law said, Tom, if you feel that way, don't go. And so I didn't go. Luckily, I didn't go because I found out, I found out I had bladder cancer and a tumor in the bladder, a cancer tumor in the bladder. And if I had gone to Greece and spent the month there, I probably wouldn't even have thought about doing something when I came back about it. And so why did I do that? Because I wanted to go to Greece, dang it. But I didn't go because I also didn't want bladder cancer.
That's fair, you know? That's a fair reason to not go.
That's not buying something and say, well, why did I buy that thing?
Yeah.
Bought it because
I'm going to vote for Captain Calamity on that.
okay, why did I buy? I know why I bought Captain Calamity because George J. Lewis. And sometimes I buy movies.
I'll accept regret after the fact is valid.
All right.
What about it, Jim? Oh, let's do one more.
My turn. Okay, number 7.
Number 7. Number 7 is sewing. I've done that.
What was it?
It's called sewing. I've done that.
Sewing, like you're
Sewing?
sewing something.
Sewing, yeah. You can either be sewing or something you've made or something that's some weird story about something that somebody else made.
Well, this has nothing to do with sewing. Why did I make it? I was a student at Sonoma High
It has to be
School,
about sewing.
and okay, it's not about sewing. Okay,
No, I'm fine. No. It's random. It's random game of random.
Okay,
It's whatever
okay.
whatever pops into
I
your
was
mind.
at a metal shop, and they said to make something, and it looked like an easier thing to make, so I made a cigarette holder. I mean, a cigarette ashtray with little things on there to where people can put their cigarettes across and all that. But nobody at my home smoked.
I was going to
So,
say,
Why
Tom,
did
I
I
don't
make
think
that? It's because it looked easy.
You came home and your dad said, "Why did you buy that?"
That's
But,
right. What shop were you in?
but sewing, why did I've never, I don't think I've ever sewed anything. I mean, I think I tried to sew a patch on where a pants got torn or something and try and sew it, but it never stayed because I wasn't good at it.
Okay, that's the
But
that's your experiences.
that's my experience. Okay, what's your experience?
Sewing like a hole in your pants, or took me a long time before to sew a button onto a shirt. I hate I hate it.
I'm not.
What do you
I'm
hate
not gonna
about
sew.
sewing?
Yeah, I try to. You gotta tie the
make a little knot
tie.
thing. It's too complicated.
It's too complicated. So if I have a shirt and it misses a button, okay, it'll be no button there. But if I lose another button, then that shirt goes to Goodwill or something. I mean, it is too complicated for me to try to put the thread through the needle and so I'm not. No.
You had a better one than I did on that one. Yeah.
Sewing, in my opinion, I hate sewing as well. So I know Dan sews, and he's weird. So sewing is what I find is that it takes extreme precision with your hands, very precise. Sewing is doing something in a very tiny, precise way. Whether even on a machine, it's still very precise. It has to be your hands have to be very accurate. And screw that, like.
When I tried sewing something like like a tear or something, the thread is always too far away from each other, so it's just when it goes in, so it's still like little tears in between and all. It's not a good job.
Yeah.
I tried to make a bear once, and it looked like a rat. I still have it. It was like I had this old pair of pants, and I decided I used to when I was a kid. I would my mom probably hated this, but I would take apart the lampshades, like the fabric from lampshades, and I would make things out of it. And when I got older, I decided I wanted to make a stuffed bear, and so I even got a pattern for it to make the stuffed bear. And when I was done, it was like made out of jean fabric, jean material, and I think it was too thick. And so when it came out, it had this like long little nose that went down to a point, and its ears were just nasty. And because it was these old jeans, it was like this ugly brown color with all these little scratch marks all over it. It looked exactly like a rat. And so I put a rat tail on it, and I put like a little hook for its like an ear thing, and I just made it like this nasty little rat. And I still have it. I love it.